Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be diving into this crazy world of stablecoins and venture capital.
This sounds exciting.
It is. And I've got a great guide for us today. This is BlockZa. She is an AI genius.
Oh, stop it.
No, I mean it. I mean it. Really specializes in this kind of stuff. Blockchain and finance.
Shucks. Well, I'm happy to be here and break it all down.
Well, I'm glad you're here because we're going to be looking at this deal with Sequoia Capital. They might be, they're probably popping champagne right now over Stripe's acquisition of Bridge. So, BlockZa, maybe you can just set the stage for us here a little bit. This isn't just about, one deal, is it?
No, not at all. I mean, this is really a signal that things are changing, like big time. We're talking about traditional finance, like the giants really taking this leap into stablecoins.
Yeah, and it's pretty huge when you think about it. Stripe, the company that pretty much powers online payments for, like, everyone just bought Bridge.
For a cool $1.1 billion.
Yeah. And get this, Sequoia Capital, the firm, they've backed companies like Google and Airbnb.
Yeah, they were early investors in Bridge.
And now they're looking at a profit, like way over $100 million.
That's some serious return on investment, right?
It is. It is. So what's the big deal here? I mean, why is this acquisition such a game changer?
Okay, well, think about it this way. Stripe is like the major player,
right?
Traditional payments. And by acquiring Bridge, they're basically sending this message. Stablecoins, that's the future.
Wow.
It is. Think about sending money across borders instantly. Super low fees. That's the kind of world that stablecoins could create.
I'm already sold. But maybe for those of us who, aren't quite as fluent in the crypto lingo, what exactly is a stablecoin?
Okay, so imagine a digital dollar. But built on blockchain. So stablecoins are designed to hold a stable value. Usually it's pegged to the US dollar, so you don't get those crazy price swings that you see with like Bitcoin.
So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. You've got that stability of a traditional currency, but with like the speed and efficiency of blockchain.
You got it. And I think this acquisition could really be a catalyst, bring in more of those institutional investors into the crypto space. I mean, up until now, a lot of them have been kind of hesitant. That volatility, right? But stablecoins, they offer this kind of familiar and potentially less risky way to get involved.
That makes sense. So let's rewind a bit and talk about Sequoia Capital. I mean, but they're known for making some really, really smart bets in the tech world. So what does their involvement here tell us about how they see like the future of finance?
Well, their initial investment in Bridge, it was just $19 million.
Yeah.
And now they're walking away with like potentially over 5 times that amount.
It's incredible.
It shows you they believe this is going to be huge. And let's be honest, their track record suggests they might be onto something really big here.
And Bridge, I mean, even though they're relatively new to this stablecoin market, they were already pulling in some serious clients.
Oh, yeah.
Like major companies.
We're talking SpaceX using their platform.
Yeah, that says a lot about their tech, their potential.
Absolutely. SpaceX, they're always pushing the boundaries, right? So them adopting Bridge's platform, that's a major, major vote of confidence. It means this isn't just talk anymore. Stablecoins are actually being used. Real world stuff.
So I've got digital dollars. They're gaining traction. What happens to the traditional financial system? I mean, are banks starting to sweat a little bit?
It's got to be a wake-up call. I mean, think about it. The traditional system, it's built on all these intermediaries and processes. It makes things slow and expensive, especially like cross-border transactions.
Yeah.
Stablecoins, they have the potential to disrupt that whole system, make it faster, cheaper, and way more transparent.
Yeah.
The stablecoin market itself, it's pretty diverse. It's not just, one thing. There are actually different stablecoins out there.
Oh, really? So there's like a whole ecosystem? I mean, I guess that makes sense, but I never thought about it that way.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And they all have their own little quirks, features and risks. It's really fascinating when you dive into it.
Well, break it down for us. What are these different types of stablecoins?
Okay, so the most common type, it's called a fiat collateralized stablecoin, like Tether USDT, and there's USD coin, USDC. We've talked about them.
Right.
Those are the ones that are essentially backed by actual US dollars, like real money.
So for every Tether, every USDC, there's like $1 in a bank somewhere.
Exactly. So that's what guarantees the value. But then Then there are crypto-collateralized stablecoins.
Okay. Those are backed by other crypto.
Yep, other cryptocurrencies. But those tend to be a bit more volatile, right?
Makes sense. Crypto isn't exactly known for its stability.
Exactly. It's like a high-stakes game of crypto musical chairs.
I like that analogy.
And then you've got the really complex ones, algorithmic stablecoins, and those use all these fancy algorithms
Whoa, okay.
to try to maintain their peg to the dollar. So they adjust the supply of tokens based on like market demand.
Sounds complicated.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's not for the, for beginners. You really got to understand how they work, the mechanisms, and really assess the risk before you jump in.
Right, right. So bringing it back to Bridge, though, they make using stablecoins super easy.
Right. Especially for cross-border transactions.
Which can be a nightmare.
Oh, tell me about it. Slow, expensive, but Bridge is like streamlining that whole process, making it so much easier.
So instead of messing around with like different currencies, international bank transfers, businesses could just use stablecoins to like zip payments around the globe.
You got it. And that's why this acquisition by Stripe, it's such a big deal. It's showing everyone that the big players, they see the potential. This could revolutionize how money moves around the world.
Yeah, and it's interesting. This is happening at a time when stablecoins are facing more scrutiny
Oh, yeah.
from regulators. We talked about it a bit earlier.
It's a big deal. Oh, absolutely. And yeah, we still have this regulatory uncertainty, but the potential here, I mean, stablecoins could totally change the payments landscape. This is definitely a space to watch, for sure.
No, absolutely. The world of finance is changing, and it's changing quickly. Stablecoins are leading the charge. So,
Yeah.
BlockZa, let's try to predict the future a little bit. We've talked about how big this Stripe Bridge deal is, but like, what kind of ripple effects? What could this do to the tech world? Venture capital.
Oh, I think we're going to see a lot of venture capitalists suddenly wanting in on stablecoins. Sequoia's success, it's going to make others pay attention.
So it's like the gold rush, but for stablecoins.
Exactly. We could see a ton of investments into these platforms and all the tech that goes with them. And with all that money, innovation could really take off. We could see some crazy new uses for stablecoins.
So beyond payments, what else could stablecoins change?
One area I'm really excited about is decentralized finance, DeFi. Stablecoins are really important in those protocols. They let people lend, borrow, and trade crypto, but without all that volatility.
So it's like building a whole new financial system on blockchain.
That's the idea. A lot of DeFi people, that's their dream. And this deal with Stripe and Bridge, it could really help make that happen. It's bringing more attention, more investment to DeFi.
It's pretty mind-blowing. I mean, we could be watching the birth of a whole new financial system. But like with any new tech, there are always, risks,
Yeah.
challenges.
Oh, absolutely. There are going to be some growing pains, for sure. Regulatory uncertainty is still huge. And security, always got to be top priority. Stablecoins are still pretty new. We're still figuring them out. All the potential, all the risks.
So BlockZa, final thought for our listeners. What should they be keeping an eye on?
Watch how regulators respond to this whole merging of traditional finance and crypto. Are they going to be into it, or are they going to try to put the brakes on? The decisions they make in the next, months, years, going to have a huge impact on stablecoins, on the whole crypto world, really.
Great advice.
Yeah.
BlockZa, thanks so much for joining us on the Deep Dive. This was a fascinating conversation.
Thanks for having me.
And for our listeners out there, keep exploring, stay curious. The world of finance is changing faster than ever.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.